The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you to 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Miami Heat. A lot of W's recently for this Miami team. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Shaq, I think if the playoffs of 2014 showed us anything, it's the value of depth. San Antonio showed that, but just in general terms, how important is it to have that kind of
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at Boston. They sit at 11th in the East right now, not quite in the gutter, just in limbo.
I guarantee you the adrenaline is already flowing for both sides. I mean, this means a little bit more to these players than just any game.
And Steve, it means more to the fans, too. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams get together.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Turner is out there with Haslem. And it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Magic.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first to the inside, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was, my goodness. What a huge play.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
ever
seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing. Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Boston on D. Out to the right wing. Sullinger inside. Haslam's there. Pass to Cole. And it's Wade in the corner. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Well, the Celtics certainly played with a lot of passion last year. They got off to a start that few thought they would achieve, but even playing with passion can't cover up the holes in the roster.
Here's Haslem. It's hauled in by the Heat. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Here's Zeller, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Zeller's got his second bucket of the game to go. You got to give the Celtics credit, though. They were never really in contention for anything last year, but Clark, they played their heart out.
Yeah, they did play hard, played with energy, and that goes a long way to trying to build a foundation of being successful going forward. It might not have done much for them last year, but that attitude is something they can build on.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Rondo dishes to Bradley. Down low. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Heat with the lead. Knocked loose. Turner with the steal. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Bradley, no one around him. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bradley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Wade. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Rondo kicks to Turner. Wade against Bradley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
And despite his 6'2" size, it's pretty clear that offensively, Avery Bradley is not a point guard. He's worked hard on developing his ball handling, especially his left hand, but he's certainly at his best when he's playing off the ball.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And you talk about Bradley playing the 2. He's worked to put weight on, up over, what, I think, Steve, 210 pounds, you were saying.
Yeah, looks like it. He looks stronger. He's added some weight. Remember, he underwent surgery on both shoulders a couple of seasons ago, but now he's healthy. And with that strength, with that defensive awareness, with the quickness, he's got the ability to be a really good player.
Shot clock at 6. The drive by Rondo. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Haslam can't get it to go. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. LeBron kicks to Cole. Back to LeBron. Charity stripe shot. No good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Turner with it. He's picked up by James. Rondo with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And he was disruptive defensively, too. Kevin, really aggressively trying to make plays. In fact, he had 4 steals during that game.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Pierce is checked in for Tyler Zeller. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. The Heat in second.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physically.
Wade, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
With the teardrop, Bradley can't get it to go. The Heat have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. That's tipped. 3 on 3. Haslam, the pass to Pierce. Here's Rondo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shots good by Turner. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
LeBron, no luck. The Celtics with the lead. Turner with it. Wade picks him up. And it's Turner off the drive.
Evan Turner has a nice potpourri of skills. A 6'7" swingman with very good ball handling ability. Played a lot of point forward at the Ohio State University, and also an excellent rebounder for a wing. And in his basketball IQ, he is quite high to go along with that versatility.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And then for Boston, Wallace is checked in for Haslam. Green comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Thornton in for Rajon Rondo. And that one's good.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
The Celtics shooting an impressive 60% early. And Evan Turner, the number 2 pick back in 2010, but he struggled to put it all together.
Yeah, his shooting stroke is still a work in progress. You know, he's still developing that consistency with his scoring. His real strength is his playmaking ability and his ball handling.
Kicks it to Allen. Takes a 3. And the Heat, another 3. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
Turner with a screen for Thornton. And Pierce gets it to go on the assist by Thornton. And the Celtics lead by 1.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Outside Lewis, and that one's good.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Outside for Thornton. Here's Wallace. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wallace has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Curry attacking. Jones for 3. It's rebounded by Thornton. Outside Pierce. Wallace dishes to Turner. Thornton with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Now here's Thornton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And that one's good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's Curry with the drive. Jones kicks to Allen. Foul call. All that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
This is his first free throw of the game. Ray Allen hits them both.
Boy, his free throw shooting just... another reason he's such a good all-around player.
And Oden sends it back. And he recovers it. Goes back up. It's all tied in Miami. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Coming up next Sunday night, March 15th, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The East against the West. Be there.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Green is out there with Wallace. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Young. And it's Zeller in at the 5 spot. Allen kicks to LeBron. No good. Great tee that time from Green. Boston shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Thornton passes to Green. Wallace dishes to Green.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
That free throw missing. Wade, he's checked in for the Heat. Coles comes in for Curry, and the Celtics also making a change. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Marcus Thornton.
And Thornton, a 6'4" guard, but you'll never confuse him for a point guard. A volume shooter from the moment he takes the floor. He's looking to put points up in a hurry, and he can do just that.
James against Green to the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oden, a screen on Rondo. Jumper off the screen. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Oden.
And Thornton, a streaky shooter from long range, but never shy from out there. I mean, for his career, almost half of his shot attempts have come from three-point territory.
To the paint. It's stolen by Green. And now Young running the...
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. Floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
Rondo with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Hi, Kevin. When former college coach Brad Stevens came in to coach the Boston Celtics, some worried that he'd have a tough time winning over headstrong point guard Rajon Rondo. But the two hit it off. Rondo said they become best friends, adding, "We talk every day. We laugh and joke. He has my full support. I'm behind him 100%. Kevin?
Rondo keeping an open mind and making himself accountable to Stevens' vision, Doris. Thanks. Green kicks to Wallace. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. As the season has progressed, these players have heated up from beyond the arc, the best three-point shooters since the All-Star break. Number 1, Ray Allen. LeBron James, second.
You know, after the All-Star break, Kevin, the stakes are a little higher. As a result, emotions may run a little hotter. You've got to keep your composure. And these two guys have kept theirs, especially when it comes to knocking down three-point shots.
Miami's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. The tray, and it's Cole missing. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Rondo kicks to Green. Pass to Young. Outside Rondo. Wow, when he gets it to fall. Rondo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Wade. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Wade's got 12 in the game. The Celtics have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
You know, for Dwayne Wade, he's an athlete who's grown accustomed to having his personal life and his public life intersect. But he's found a way to turn that into a positive, selling the rights to a sitcom based on his experiences as a player and a parent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Wallace. Turner comes in for Jeff Green. And Bradley's subbed in for Young. Sullinger passes to James. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Turner. And Wade, generous, sharing his experiences for sure. Steve, he even released a training app for smartphones last season.
You know, I used it, Kevin. I ended up dominating my old man league in San Diego. So I'm really grateful to Dwayne for his generosity.
Well, it's funny. Back when LeBron joined the Heat, some critics said he'd given up the chance to be the franchise player and carry his team. But guess what? No matter who LeBron plays with, he's always the franchise player. That's how good he is.
And you think back to LeBron after the 2011 finals, many also questioned whether he had, quote unquote, what it took to win a title. He's obviously answered those questions.
And some harsh criticism, Clark, for LeBron after the decision, or his comments after the 2011 finals.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's really impressive to see how he's handled that. He misspoke and mishandled both of those situations. And to his credit, he's expressed regret about those things, displaying a maturity we've always seen in him. One of the remarkable things about LeBron is that for the magnitude of his celebrity and his stature and the expectations, I don't know if we've had an athlete handle himself any better under the hot, bright lights of stardom.
And Bradley gets it to go.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
The Heat trail by 4. Cole dishes to Bosh, and he uses both hands to jam it in. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And it's Wade penetrating, and Sullinger kicks to Cole. Wade on the wing.
Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think, held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. But, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
Boston making a switch here. Pierce is checked in.
And with the Heat's success riding in large part on Wade's knees, you can bet that he and the team have left no stone unturned in trying to protect him. From selective rest to advanced therapies, they've got a really extensive plan in place.
And a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot.
Turner with the steal. And the pass to Pierce. Haslam dishes to Rondo. The Celtics working the ball around now. Good. And last season, Wade expressed regret over his knee surgery way back at Marquette. Stevie said his torn meniscus had been trimmed rather than repaired. That was up.
Well, he felt that was what led to a lot of the long-term knee issues that he's experiencing now. But, sports medicine has advanced so quickly. Things that are common now simply weren't even in practice a decade ago.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Outside Rondo. Left side Bradley. Shoots from 14. Here's Haslam. The shot no good. Bosh with some nice D. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. There's the dish to Cole from downtown. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that Memphis game turns out.
That's good.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Glenn Davis is checked in for Bosh. Jones comes in for James. Ray Allen is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Curry subbed in for Norris Cole. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well, close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, they've got it all going tonight.
Bradley passes to Haslam. Bradley with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Pierce kicks to Thornton. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. A lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright, he's hard-working, he communicates well, he's innovative, showed that in a college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Rajon Rondo has gone from the young star understudy to the leadership role. Former teammate The Truth, Paul Pierce, said Rondo is mature. He understood what was coming. Before he had me and KG to on. Now he's the guy. He's the captain. I think he's ready. A great endorsement from a terrific leader in his own right. Gentlemen.
High praise, Doris. Thanks. Here's Thornton, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And Coach Stevens, analytically minded, Butler had a full-time statistician as one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players. You know, and he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens, and I think he's going to be an excellent coach.
Free throw dropped for Thornton, and the Heat making a change here. Lewis is checked in. Green, he's checked in for Boston. And Thornton drops 2. The Heat trail by 3.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
And the basket by Curry.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Green dishes to Thornton. Haslam, a screen on Allen. 6 to shoot. Bradley, no one around him. And too long on the shot.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Allen outside. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's all tied in Miami. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, at what end of the floor are you guys looking to make adjustments for in this second half?
Well, on both ends. Decision-making offensively with the turnovers, got him out in the open court, got him some easy ones, and we have to settle into our game. Defensively, try to disrupt him a little bit. It's been way too easy for him.
Eric, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following half. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. He has 14 points and 1 rebound.
The Celtics shooting well, 50% from the floor. On the wings, it's D-Wade and LeBron James. Jared Sullinger is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Cole in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And he gets it to go.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
Wade kicks to Cole for the lead. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Cole's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Boston trailing.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who will bring in off the bench not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. You know, still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami.
Bradley against Wade. Bradley kicks to Turner. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. The drive by James puts it up from 17. That drops. James has got 8 points.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Here's Turner, and there's the rejection. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. Well, as you can now see on the 2K leaderboard, these are the NBA's steal leaders since the All-Star break. Number 1, Rajon Rondo.
He's just blanketing people defensively. I mean, his steals, the numbers are astounding.
LeBron passes to Sullinger. Back to James. From 10 feet out, and there's another one for the Heat.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching it.
Celtics trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's James. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
The shot by Turner, no good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And the dunk by James.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control even at full speed. I love that about him.
Rondo dishes to Haslam. And it's Rondo penetrating. LeBron grabs the miss.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And it's Wade with the jam.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Rondo drives in. And Turner kicks to Rondo. Outside Bradley. To halt the run. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
The Celtics making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. Celtics trail by 15.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA. Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami not perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster. And for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Rondo kicks to Bradley. The drive by Rondo. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Rondo's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Heat leading by 11. Sullinger with a screen for James. Wade outside. Feeds to Bosch. That 3 off the mark. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Yeah, there's no agenda. I mean, the ball's just moving to whoever is open, and as a result, they've kind of developed a clicking kind of pace to their game. It's been fun to watch.
Cole, the pass to Bosch. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Young's checked in for the Celtics. From the inbound, that's good. And it's 7 points for Chris Bosch.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
Rondo kicks to Young. Wallace with a screen on James. Young dishes to Bradley. A three-pointer is right on target. Bradley's got 15 points.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Wade kicks to LeBron. Over in the corner, Cole. Good ball movement here by Miami. 6 on the shot clock. James with it, and Young picks him up defensively.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And Miami making a change. Here, Novak's checked in, and then for Boston. Pierce comes in for Wallace, and it's Green in for Bradley. And Young kicks to Rondo. It's Pierce on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Rondo. And here's Young from the arc, and it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The feed to Cole from downtown. Rebound, Boston.
Well, Rajon Rondo still in a Celtics uniform, and that didn't seem like a foregone conclusion over the last season. Boston in the midst of a complete rebuild, and Rondo already in the prime of his career, so a lot of discussion about a possible trade.
And Paul Pierce with the slam. And a new group in for the Heat. Davis is checked in for Bosch. Lewis comes in for James. Allen's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Curry subbed in for Norris Cole. And the Celtics also making a change. Thornton's checked in. Allen for the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Thornton kicks to Pierce for the 3. Novak grabs the board. Miami leading by 8. Curry passes to Lewis. Here is Novak, defended by Young. Passes it to Novak. Lewis on the way, defended by Young. Novak dishes to Allen. And the Heat, another 3.
Bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, Boston has shown they're a team that's not afraid to make a deal with one of their stars if they think it's going to benefit the team, and quite often those deals have worked out for them.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be crucial for the rest of this game. He also talked about creating good looks on the perimeter, saying, we can hurt them from the outside. That should be a focus. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Lewis gets the bucket.
As you said with Boston, it's an attitude that most teams would like to have, but many just can't really stomach the idea of parting with an all-star. The Celtics have shown they can do that.
They set the pick, and Thornton kicks to Green. Here's Zeller, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Zeller's got 6 here in this quarter. The Heat leading by 10. Well, for the Celtics, it's worked out quite a bit in the franchise's history, from getting guys like Parrish to making the moves for Kevin Garnett when he was there.
And, you know, it might result in some hard transition years like this one, but there is a reason why the Celtics are never out of it for too long, and doing whatever it takes to improve the team is part of the history of that franchise. Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
The shot by Pierce will not go. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Green against Curry. Lewis, right side. Allen kicks to Curry. Releases. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Thornton. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Miami ahead, up by 10. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Coming up this Friday, March 13th, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. It's the real deal.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, he shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's listed as a shooting guard. Really a diverse offensive skill set.
We're almost seeing more of that, aren't we? Almost guys that have point guard skills that can play both those positions.
Yeah, for sure.
And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Haslam's out there with Pierce. And it's Rondo in at point guard.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. That may put a little life back into this team.
The drive by Wade. Fires, high post. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Rondo passes to Haslam. Outside Rondo. Bradley kicks to Pierce. Back to Bradley. Outside Pierce. Fires from the corner. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. Sullinger's got 7 rebounds in the game. Oh, and the jam by Wade. What a play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Wallace is checked in for Boston. Turner comes in for Jeff Green. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Haslam dishes to Rondo. Turner against James. Wallace kicks to Rondo. Shoots a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Cole's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Miami no good on that time either. Celtics trail by 11. Here's Bradley. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve. We've seen Gerald Wallace getting it done. He has 8 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
Now, you're right, Clark. He's done some really nice work inside.
Sullinger passes to Wade. Shot's good. Wade's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Turner against James. And it's Turner off the drive. And that one hits back iron.
He's playing selfishly now, guys. He's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
James in the post. Wallace covering. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Zeller, he's checked in for Wallace. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
LeBron with it. Picked up by Turner. Miami no good on that time either.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
LeBron with the bucket.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Outside Rondo. Back to Turner. Dishes it to Haslam. To stop the run. Some solid defense from Bosch.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Wade drives in. That's up a three. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Celtics trail by 16. Rondo dishes to Haslam. Back to Rondo. Outside Turner. LeBron against Bradley. Here's Rondo. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And the Heat call time here.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be elite. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. You know, he says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to James. Here's Cole. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work.
He dishes it to Zeller. Outside Rondo. He kicks it to Turner. That 3 off the mark.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Celtics trail by 15. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pass to Wade. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Wade's got 27. And it's Bradley off the drive. Haslam, the pass to Zeller. Here's Bradley. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Bradley's got 11 in the second half. Miami leading by 15. Wade on the wing. Wade left side. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Zeller. Nice D from Bosch. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. James, no good. Celtics trail by 17. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Shot's good by Turner.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
The drive by James. Kicks it to Bosch. And stolen by Zeller. Now Rondo. Over in the corner, Turner. Again, the miss by Turner.
Not much production from him, and it's hurt his team.
Pass to Sullinger. The shot by Wade, wide open. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wade's got 18 points just in the second half.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other did. Huge margin of victory for the Heat.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for them in the end.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record, with only 1 game left to go on the season against the Celtics.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Wade. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
Boston shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Rondo kicks to Turner. And the shot is long.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Cole dishes to Wade. And there's the pass to Cole. Clock at 6. Right side Bosch. Fires from 14. And he hits the jump shot. And the Heat lead by 19.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Turner passes to Bradley. Left side, Bradley releases from the wing and drills it. Heaves it up. Can't connect. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And a chance now to send.
Hi, Kevin. Well,